Working for money is not an easy thing. One has to apply to work for a company, go through an interview, then you're hired, then you have to work. But most people don't think about where will the money go after I earn it. Now, this is one of the things that perhaps a lot of the younger people may not understand, but given generation for baby boomers, millennials, and others, X generation, then Generation Z, typically the older generations have a better idea because they saw their parents or grandparents or family and friends who actually put their money in a bank. They deposit their money each time they earned it. And even when you go through an interview and you're hired, they're going to ask you, where should we send the money? A lot of times, different companies do not give you a check as the way they used to. Now everything mostly is paperless. And so today, what I'm talking about is banking apps. Over the duration of this recent sessions that I've been providing, I've been talking about different things such as financial literacy, how to purchase a house and the challenges that go with it. I've talked about how one can actually leave an inheritance for their children. So today, your host, that's me, Paul Lawrence Vann, is going to share some banking apps and some software. Not that I'm aligned with any of those that I'm going to mention, but just letting you know there's some options out there for you just in case you haven't thought about this before, or if you want to make a change. So if you're ready, I'm ready. This again is episode 278. Here we go. And one of the things that I want to say to you is that this is really can be helpful for you if you're kind of sitting on the fence, you can't figure out what you want to do. And I'm not even going to talk about Bitcoin because I just don't have enough information about it. And it's not anything that interests me, maybe in a future episode, but not on this particular episode. So thanks for being with me today. And if you're ready, I'm ready. So let's get started. I'm going to start out by talking about the fact that I have conducted some research, and then I have a few examples that I'm going to share with you today about banking and the software that's applicable to it. And it can help you to make a decision, but understand that the position that I'm coming from, I did this research based on the criteria of its functionality, the security, the ease of use for using the app, and the ability to meet different banking needs. So first of all, I'm going to start out with one of the banks called Chime, and many of you may have seen some commercials about Chime, and it looks pretty interesting. But again, it's something that you have to do more research, more than what I've done, but it could be given a consideration. But what do they do? Their features include no-fee banking, which is good, and this is based on with direct deposit. So if you're working and the income that you earn goes directly to the bank, so that's direct deposit. And then it also can handle automatic savings and early access to paychecks. And so this is Chime. And what is the benefits of Chime is that users enjoy fee-free transactions and no minimum balance, which is always good, and also making it ideal for budgeting and saving. And we always want to have our budget and our savings in place, no matter how small amount it might be. Every little bit counts. And then from a security standpoint, they're secure with encryption and fraud protection measures, which everyone needs it today because there's so many hacks and scams that are going on that even the people who are actually in that line of business, cybersecurity, can't even keep up with it. But that's just the world we live in today. So the first one I discussed was Chime. Now I'm going to move on to Ally Bank. You've probably seen some advertisements on the different social media sites or even some commercials. But Ally Bank, their features are full-featured online banking, competitive interest rates on savings, checking, and CDs, which are certificates of deposit. For example, let's say if there's a CD for $1,500, you might leave it in that bank or whoever you bank with for 15 months to maybe 24 months. You draw amount of interest on it, and then you can get the money back, having increased what you put in. And then their benefits is that they have strong customer service. Woo! We can all use a heavy dose of customer service, no matter what industry is in. And it has a wide range of banking services, again, with no fees. And so that's Ally Bank. And their security is a two-factor authentication and secure login features, which is always good because, again, if we have information, the ID and the password, and then we have a two-factor, well, people who are trying to scam you probably are not going to work that hard. So it's good to have that two-factor. So far it's Chime and Ally Bank. So now I'm going to move on to Capital One Mobile. And their features include credit monitoring, important, card lock, unlock features, and alerts for suspicious activities. Again, banking, just like many other industries, is the world we live in today. We have to put an extra layer of protection no matter where we go. And then the benefits, it combines the credit card and banking in one app with no monthly fees for online accounts, which again saves you money. And then from a security standpoint, they have extensive encryption and advanced security protocols. That sounds like a good song right there. That's what we all need. And then the next one, so far we've had Chime, Ally Bank, and Capital One Mobile. And before I move on to the next one, what I typically do is get my one presentation slide there, so it gives you that idea of what I'm covering. So I just labeled this one Instant Banking, which is a banking app. And of course, with these, you can bank anywhere. But as you see, I have here, choose a good bank app. Don't just go by what I tell you. Do some research or ask some questions. Call around to a few of them. But you have choices to make. I've made my choices. And I also work with my daughter to help her with hers because just starting out, they don't really understand. Even if they've had financial literacy classes, which my daughter has had, you still have to help them because the world has just changed. So the next one is Simple. That's actually the name of the bank app. It features a built-in budgeting and savings tools with fee-free banking. The benefits of it is that great for users who want to track money and manage their finances. And their security level goes into full encryption with card locking and unlocking options. These locking and unlocking options are really good because if you identify that someone has scammed you, then you can lock your account, no one can get in, and then you have to unlock it if you were to apply for credit from another company. If you're trying to get a loan for a car or purchasing a house, you have to unlock it. And that works hand in hand with the credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and others. The next card is Discover Bank Mobile. So its features include cashback and debit transaction, no money fees, and mobile check deposit. So once your check is sent to your bank, it will be deposited there and it will be in safekeeping. And the benefits of the Discover Bank Mobile is cashback rewards and fee-free transactions. It appeals to a lot of users, including me. So I don't use them, but that definitely appeals to me if I was selecting a bank app. And then from a security standpoint, they have secure login and fraud alerts. So number 6 is Wells Fargo Mobile. Now with this one, I'm going to add a little story with it as I go along, but I'll start out with the features. They have mobile check deposit, bill pay, budgeting tools, and access to credit scores, which is good. Again, credit scores is one of the episodes that I talked about in the past, and the credit scores make all the difference. And then the benefits is strong financial institutions backing with a comprehensive set of services, and their security is multi-layered security with encryption and notifications. And the story that I'm going to share with you right now, as I take the slide down just for a minute, is that I formerly banked with Wells Fargo, and then one day money came up missing, or it was about $300 against my account, which I know I had not made a purchase in another state. So I contacted them, reached out to them, and said, "Hey, could you tell me about this?" They said, "Mr. Van, I'll give you a call back." They called me back and they said, "One of our employees took your money out." So of course they had to put the money back in there, and then they had to credit that back in there. Then I just took all my money out there because if I want to lose my money, just take 300, throw it away, let me do it. I don't want the employee of the bank doing it. And unfortunately, that happened to me. And so from my standpoint, I just will not work with them anymore. And I have a right not to, and I won't. I'm just saying. Next, number 7 is Chase Mobile. Their features is full banking suite, including mobile check deposits, bill pay, and peer-to-peer transfers. The benefits is that they have excellent for users who need robust banking features and integration with other Chase services. So if it's credit cards or if it's personal loans, whatever it may be, a car loan, you'll be able to integrate those. And their security is very strong encryption, biometric login, which means you can use your finger, and then fraud protection. The next one is N26. Now, I've never heard of this one before, but in my research, this came up. It's something I'm going to do more research on. The features are real-time transaction updates, fee-free foreign transaction, and budgeting features. And the benefits is popular with international users and those looking for easy global transfer. And that's probably why I have not heard about it. And then from a security standpoint, they secure it with two-factor authentication and advanced fraud protection, which is good. The next bank is Bank of America. Everybody knows Bank of America, and they have a mobile banking. They used to be North Carolina National Bank because they're the first people I ever banked with, and then it was bought out, and it turned to Bank of America. And their features include Erica, which is an AI-driven assistant, mobile deposits, and easy bill pay. The benefits is strong AI integration and personalized banking services and security, biometric authentication, and real-time alerts. And then there's USAA Mobile, who I've banked with over the years, especially since I was in the military. And their features include catering primarily to military members, offering a wide array of financial services, including insurance. The benefits is highly focused on the unique needs of military families and security, military-grade encryption, and high-level security protocols. And that gives you some ideas of their different bank apps that are out there. I'm not favoring one over the other primarily because you have to make that choice. I'm not sponsored by them. They don't pay me to tell you this. I just do research and I'll pass it on to you so you can make those great banking decisions. But you need to put your money in the bank. I heard the story about some immigrants who worked in Washington, D.C., a husband and wife, and they were walking down the street one day. And unfortunately, they don't believe in banks because the countries they come from, if they put their money in the bank, they may never get it back. So they walk around with a lot of money in their pocket. And of course, in Washington, D.C., they got robbed. And really, there's nothing that the police can really do about it. And so we have incidents like this. And I also worked for the government of Maryland, and we had a program about immigration program. And so I worked in the financial working group, and there were all manner of things helping people from a different country who are here illegally to get banking. And again, from their countries, banking is not as a sure thing as it here in America. And as you saw, I even lost some money in an American bank. So it tells you we have to really be on our P's and Q's and pay close attention. So now what I want to do is provide some examples of good banking software. First of all, Teller. It's a purpose API that allows developers to integrate banking services into their apps. Their features that they include provide data on accounts, balance, and transactions from different banks. But it's ideal for fintech, financial technology company looking to incorporate banking functionalities. And I'll just talk about one more before I close this out. I just want to give you another idea of some of the different banking software that's out there that's being used. I'll start with one called, I'll give you another one called Finastra. And the purpose is to combine retail banking, lending, and transaction banking into one platform. Its features include extensive modular solutions for a wide range of financial services and an ideal for institutions that need flexible and integrated solutions for multiple banking operations. So primarily, we can look at these as being those that can help out a small business or entrepreneurs. And so for everyday users, apps like Chime, Ally, and Capital One Mobile offers the best combination of accessibility, security, and functionality for institutions. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. After we work, we need somewhere to put our money. My time is up, and I thank you for yours. I'll see you on the next episode of Wealth Academy Podcast. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Rate and review this episode. Thank you very much. Goodbye.